What's up? Springboard Plancha podcast is back in, and what do you know? We have a special guest. He's back. Mr. Zero has showed up for work today. Good Lord. We were wondering if he was ever going to show up again, but there he is in the flesh. But it was kind of a surprise, too, because full disclaimer, we didn't know he was going to be here, and we were about to start this show about 30 minutes ago. And Mr. Zero just shows his ass out of nowhere. It's like, here I am. I'm here. How's it going, guys? Oh, man. So, anyways, here we are live on the YouTube channel yet again. And we're going to talk some things about, we're going to talk about some of the events that happened over the past week. And I think we should just start off hot, right? Again, we do this about every week. This is almost like an every week segment, but hey, it's the hottest thing on television on both nights of the shows. So Cody Rhodes and The Rock seems to be the ongoing verbal battle between the two on two separate shows. We had The Rock come on Friday night to do the return of the Rock concert, which was pretty damn cool. The return of a new theme / old theme for the Rock, a new entrance though, so kind of cool there. A lot of things were said between for him and to Cody Rhodes mostly. All this to set up these the tag team match coming up in a couple of weeks. Before we get into all that, gotta introduce you again to our co-host, to my every week co-host. That would be the Tribal Cheese. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing marvelous today, Dirty T. Show up to work, ready to shine.
Ain't that correct, my friend? We're not going to give Mr. Zero an entrance already. We're already too far into the show. So, Mr. Zero, where the hell you been?
You got to say something.
Mr. Zero, where the hell you been?
Shut your mouth. You don't need to know where I've been. I've been places you've dreamed of.
You've been places that I've dreamed of? Okay.
Oh, yeah, really.
Oh, okay. All right. So, speaking of dreams, Cody has a dream to finish his story.
It doesn't matter. Mr. Zero's back today, and that's all that matters. This show's going to be a banger. It's going to go viral. Y'all tune in. Just be ready. Shut your mouth, Johnny T. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh, boy. Here we go. I can't say I missed you too much, but okay. But anyways, let's get into it, guys. We got to talk wrestling. We can just talk shit all night long. I could, but we're not going to do that. But Cody Rhodes comes out on Monday as well, comes out with his promo. And this was a little bit more different than the talk with Michael Cole last week. He came and actually brought some heat finally into some of his promos a little bit, telling that The Rock has what Mr. Zero might have, which is little peen, little D energy. And
little D syndrome.
called him a bitch and called him an asshole, right? Are those the three main cuss words that I covered for Cody? It was
Roman's side chick.
Yeah. And so good stuff from both guys. I mean, the Rock concert, seeing that, but going back to Friday, I really enjoyed that. Laughed my ass off for those 18-20 minutes that it was. Took a really big shot, maybe pun intended, at John Morant.
Wow.
At John Morant about his gun issue and whatnot. So that got a rise from the Memphis crowd. That was good stuff. But I feel like that was more comedy angled, right? And the Cody one was more aggressive. Showed a little fight. That's what I've been wanting to see. I mean, these Cody promos, don't get me wrong, they're good, but we talk about them all the time. That we know what the standard protocol for Cody promos are, and that's what we've been getting almost every week up until this last week, where we got some fire from Cody. It was reminiscent of Cody's last promo in AEW before he left on that one. So that was pretty cool to see that, Cody Rhodes. And if we can get that kind of fire from Seth Rollins as well, this would make this even better. And I'm really, I mean, not that I'm personally not interested in this tag team match. I really am. But I think the one thing that needs to happen, I think both guys, I think Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes needs to bring as much fire as like what The Rock has been bringing. Roman Reigns will talk this Friday, and we'll see what kind of fire he brings to his promo this Friday. And then I think The Rock is going to be on Raw, not next Monday, right? The last Monday before. I think The Rock is done with appearances until the last Raw before Mania. I think it's April the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So now's the time for Roman, for Seth, and for Cody to go all in and bring the heat on these promos. We've had a lot of funny, we've had a lot of sentimental, but I think now, before we get to WrestleMania, let's heat this thing up and let's make everything like matter from here on out. That's the way I feel about it, and that's what I feel like I got from Cody this last Monday. So I'm pretty excited about where we go from here on that. But Mr. Zero, I'll go ahead and hand it off to you. I guess since you're here finally. So what you got on this promo? What you got on these two promos? The Rock's concert and the Cody Rhodes promo. How have you been feeling? I mean, you haven't even talked about this for like 2 weeks, so go ahead.
We text like every day.
The Rock is trying so hard to stay relevant, just
boy.
like you, Johnny T.
Here we go.
And I'm not gonna lie, Cody Rhodes' Crybaby promo didn't do much for me. I almost started to lose interest. I kind of was siding with The Rock, with what he was saying was, that's how you respond. You start crying like that wouldn't have flown back in the day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like The Rock, Stone Cold, and those guys would have ate him up. You ain't gonna be crying on live TV. It don't matter who you're handing the belt to. You know what I mean? Don't matter who you're handing the belt to. You don't cry on live TV. That's not what you do. You know what I mean? If we posted a video of ourselves crying on our YouTube channel, guess what? We lose all our subscribers. It'd be done. Be over with. Johnny T, it looks like you're shedding a tear right now. So pull yourself together, man. Pull yourself together.
Get the hell out of here.
Anyway, I did love how Cody came back this week. This was the Cody I was waiting to see. Black suit, red tie, almost looked like he was kind of going for like a little bit of a face change almost. You know what I mean? He was taking a step out of that nice guy Cody and taking a step into, hey, this is that quasi crap that y'all are talking about that nobody seems to care about. But yeah, this is the Cody we've been waiting for. This is the Cody we need, and I'm back, and y'all need me. So shut your mouth and get ready for me to bring the heat. What do you got to say about that, Cheese?
Well, you sound very similar to The Rock, because as you can see, this house, God knows we need you here. This house is nice and heavily built on good foundation. So, but let's get serious though for a second, right? So we got 3 promos, right? Because you're including the one where he was a crybaby. Starting with that one, right? I thought that was a great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was a great promo because.
Yeah. I mean, me and you.
Sure.
Excuse me. Me and you both talked about that one last week, but Mr. Zero got his in because he wasn't here. So, but continue.
Starting with that one though, when you put them all into order, right? Yes, that one was kind of a ceremonial, I guess, promo because Michael Cole had come out before. There was a lot of sentimental value in this. The story has been built on sentimental value, and you can call it what you want. But the reality is, there's real, genuine emotion here. It's something that the people have already connected with, right? There's a young man in this business that's trying to honor his father. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's it's very, his father was a legend, right? And
Hmm.
if you look at Cody's story, that's not where he was trending to. That's not where he was headed to. So this means a lot to him to go from Stardust all the way up to the best in the business, the best in the world. Because if he surpasses Roman, he will literally become the best in the world, and that's something that his father could be proud of. So, we start there,
Yeah.
but The Rock capitalizes on that, right? Rock, sends out all his Instagram posts and says the same thing on the Instagram post as he says in live TV, which I don't even care because it's so freaking entertaining, right?
Yeah.
I don't think The Rock is trying to stay relevant at all. I think The Rock is just doing what he does best. He is hilarious, and he's talented. I mean, you can't sit there and watch that concert and say, "Oh, he's not talented." He put on an 18-minute promo in the ring, live in front
Yeah.
of the live audience, sang a song, which I'm pretty sure he wrote himself, by the way, and he hit some good points. He hit some good points. He talked about Cody's mom. He talked about the crybaby, Seth Rollins being a clown, mixed into. It's funny because you expect him to come out and torch the city, but he didn't do it. I think he had a change of heart because people were cheering the shit out of him, so he was just like, what am I gonna do
Yeah.
like this? But he still had some heat for the city though, because he torched John Moran, and so I'm pretty sure that was coming from a heel angle, was like to get the people mad.
Yeah.
But he was like, "I love you, John. I love you guys and stuff." So, The Rock put on a fabulous promo and a very creepy, cryptic ending to that promo with the "What can I say except you're welcome," but in a really freaking weird kind of creepy voice. I don't know what it is about his glasses, maybe make him look even more creepy. So then you fast forward, right? But the problem is you bring Cody's mother into it, and that right there, that was the tipping point to make Cody turn Dark Cody. Let's just call him Dark Cody because that's what he kind of reminds me of right now. And he brought the heat, right? Like we said, he said a lot of things, man. I was surprised, to quote our friend, our good friend. I don't know if you guys remember this guy, but he's a really good friend of the three of us. His name's George Plain. He sent me a text that day, and he said that I don't like this Cody. He's different. And I said, what? Oh, okay. So if he's the average fan, right, and he's a casual fan, he said he didn't like Cody. That means he absolutely noticed a change in him, right?
Yeah.
And this Cody cusses. I mean, I feel like The Rock has opened the floodgates now for everybody to start cussing their ass off on live TV, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't heard the word dick on TV in WWE in a long time, right? Little dick syndrome. That one was a big surprise to me. That was a big surprise to me. I didn't know USA allowed that stuff.
I didn't either, but apparently so. Or he snuck it in. Either way, it showed up on TV.
Yeah. So, he comes out, straight up calls him an asshole, brings out little dick syndrome, and then, of course, the last part is calling him Roman's side chick, which, I mean, I'm sitting there listening to him like, damn, these are good put downs, right? Mm-hmm. Calling anybody Roman's side chick, I mean, diminishing The Rock the way he's doing that, I think is pretty outstanding, right? Now, I will say this. This all feels kind of weird because it really is building up Cody versus The Rock. I mean, it's really, really focused on that. I have to ask you guys, is Roman being overshadowed in this? Because The Rock is so fucking talented the Roman has not had to say much of anything. So that's the question on my mind is, do people care more about Cody versus The Rock than they do about Cody versus Roman? And we're a couple of weeks away from WrestleMania.
This is where I kind of got into it just for a second here when I was talking, is that this has all been over the past couple of weeks all about Cody and The Rock. These back and forth on these promos on different shows has really been more so about them two, and the other two guys have been they've been just on the outside a little bit. Seth brings a little bit of something, but he doesn't. But he's also in a feud with Drew, right? So you got that kind of going on. And then Roman had that just the last time I think I could think of anything about Roman. He wasn't on the show on Friday, for one. And then the previous week, I believe that was when he asked The Rock to acknowledge him. But that was the extent of of Roman's like promo, right? That was it. Like you didn't really direct anything towards Cody or direct anything towards Seth. It was more so about what was going on internally on that one, right? We don't get Roman this week, last week, but we're gonna get Roman, I believe, this week. So, and they're gonna have the face to face between him and Cody. So maybe that's the opportunity for Roman to kind of interject himself back into the spotlight on this, because I'm with you on that. I think right now the spotlight is solely on The Rock and Cody, and if they want Roman to kind of step out of the shadows and be the tribal chief, they got to do something starting this Friday. And he has an opportunity because, like I said, I think The Rock is done with appearances until the Monday before Mania. I don't think he has any other scheduled appearances until that night. So Roman's got a chance over the next 2 weeks or so to kind of take back over the spotlight a little bit and swing it over. Same thing, like I said, Seth hopefully will also kind of bring some fire where all four guys seem very, very, not that they aren't, but you know what I mean. Like you want all four guys to be hitting on all cylinders going into this tag team match, because I think that would just make it that much more special. So I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you on that thinking.
What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Zero? Is Roman being overshadowed?
I gotta agree with that, man. It's funny because I was thinking this the other day, watching WWE. Cody cuts a 9-minute segment. Pretty much trashing The Rock, LDS, and he hasn't wrestled in 10 years and whatever. And I mean, last time he wrestled, he pulled his damn quad or something like that. He threw out his quad.
He tore it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
in the first few minutes of the match, I believe it was like the first three or 4 minutes of it. So
yeah, he's talking about The Rock, right?
Yeah.
He tore his pelvic muscle off the bone and wrestled and that was 11 years ago when he did that. Yeah. And you refer to me as Mr. Zero when you talk to me. Anyway, I'll refer to you as Mr. Bitch if you don't shut up. You couldn't even hold it in. Man. Dang.
I miss you guys too much, dude. I miss y'all's ugly faces.
We missed you, brother.
I was half the views y'all were getting just because I couldn't.
But
stop
none of us,
man.
Remember, the rule of the business is none of us are bigger than the business. So let's go. Let's keep it going.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, what Mr. Zero has to say is Cody cut a 9-minute promo bashing The Rock, and then it was Paul Heyman that came in, and it's kind of funny, Cody calls The Rock Roman's side chick. I was thinking it the other way. It's Roman who's The Rock's side chick because he's been real quiet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's always Rock ending Friday nights with, "If you smell what the bloodline is cooking," like.
Yeah, he said it right. Damn, that was weird.
Except for that one night, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean it should be Roman getting the last say in those promos all the time. The Rock shouldn't be cutting these 15-minute promos by himself without Roman getting a word in. So
seriously, that is probably the weirdest part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know The Rock cuts a great promo.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, Roman Reigns is in God mode.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to cut a God mode promo. It's been a while, you know what I mean? Like, we got to, this is what we waited almost 2 years for. We waited for Cody versus Roman, and right now it's just seeming like Roman's the side chick, so.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that. Here's a fun side stat. Believe it or not, or I don't know, I believe it, but at this point, as of today, The Rock has officially made more on-screen appearances this year than Roman Reigns has.
Yep, I saw that.
That's crazy. I thought that was a pretty crazy stat, but yeah, he's there. Yeah. And so there we go, right? So Roman's got an opportunity this Friday to change the narrative that we have, that I think a lot of other people have too, that all of a sudden he's just kind of he's the side piece right now. He, come on, Roman, bring out that fire that I know you have, and bring it out on Friday. I think that's what this match needs. Of course, because at the end of the day, that's your main event of night 2. That's the final last match of WrestleMania, is Cody versus Roman. Sure, you have the night 1 stuff that's going to dictate what happens in night 2, but that's your match, right? So get those guys face to face. That's going to happen on Friday, and bring the fire, bring it out. Make you matter again in this whole thing. Make sure that we all understand that this is Roman's house and not The Rock's house. Because right now, like you said, kind of feels like The Rock is in the lead here. It kind of feels like he's the leader of everything here. And he's dictating the pace and dictating the tempo and dictating the promos, right? It wasn't until The Rock started upping his promo game and bringing the fire that made Cody do that, right? So these other guys, he's the king of promos, man. Or The Rock is one of the kings of promos. But these guys are capable of doing it too, and they need to bring the fire too. That's why I feel like good. It's good competition internally. So hopefully they do the same, and hopefully we're not sitting here on WrestleMania thinking like, oh yeah, Roman Reigns is in this match, right? Hopefully we're not thinking that about the WWE Undisputed Champion or anything like that. Like, so we'll see how it goes as we go forward with that. Go ahead, Mrs. Zero. That's the last time. That's the last time you cut me off.
Why don't you shut your mouth? Your beard's getting grayer by the second. Anyway, I was gonna touch on what you said about Seth Rollins. At least Seth Rollins in his promo is mentioning the bloodline. It's almost like Drew McIntyre is like he's saying. He said, "Don't put me backseat." You know what I mean? You still got a championship match with me, but at least Seth is mentioning the bloodline in his promos. So he's not just thrown in the match. He's making the match. He's making the main event a part of something to building up. So
sure, yeah. So, but I need to see from Seth Rollins, just to touch on that a little bit more. I need to see some big time fire from Seth Rollins. It's the same thing we get with Seth Rollins almost every week, and I know they're capable of switching it up because they just did it with Cody. I need something like that from Seth to get me to be like, damn, okay, these two guys are really fucking ready to go. Like, they really are. We're ready to go. They're ready to take it to The Rock and Roman. And Seth just comes out and does the same thing. Even in his promo with Drew, it was a good promo. Still wasn't bad, but it was the same old Seth stuff. And Drew's there, and I'm listening to Drew, and I'm like, I'm finding myself siding with Drew's point of view more than I am Seth's at this point. And that's because of the delivery in which Drew is bringing the promo out to me, right? Seth's promo is the same, ha 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 promo, and oh yeah, I'm you know what I mean. But so
what the fuck did you say?
I need to. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I think sometimes when I hear Seth Rollins promos. What the hell did
All I know is he called himself a junkie. That's about it.
Yeah, he finally admitted that he is a junkie. I am a junkie. Yeah, probably. Go ahead. But I am a junkie or whatever. But anyways, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I think Seth Rollins just shutting it all down for a minute and just getting super serious about what's happening, right? He's about to be in his first ever main event at WrestleMania. It's time to get really, really serious and bring it out. That's hard to believe, by the way. He's never been in a main event at WrestleMania. And I wouldn't count the cash-in as a main event because it's not like he was in the match to be. He wasn't billed, if that makes sense, right? So this is his first time being billed as a main event. So maybe within these next couple of weeks we do get like, bring it out, Seth. Say what you want to say and say for real. It's funny because when he talks on social media, like when he's in interviews and stuff, he's pretty serious and he's pretty, like, says some really serious stuff. But when he gets on camera in front of, and on WWE TV, he jumps into that Seth Rollins character, the la-di-da character and all that, the dancing around and stuff. And it's like, okay, that's fine and that's cool. But as we've seen, this feud is heading towards, like, we're getting personal. We're getting serious here. Bring it, every single one of y'all, all 4 of y'all. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I've noticed one of the things I haven't liked about Seth Rollins' promos lately is that he kind of expects the crowd to, like, go along with, whenever he mentions the crowd singing along to his song, he kind of pauses and then lets it build up, and then he'll act. But it's like, just let it be organic, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you're talking and you're cutting a promo and the crowd's, doing their little singing his song in the background, then you can stop. But, like, he'll be like, yeah, the crowd, I love when I come out here and the crowd's singing my song, and then he just pauses.
Yep.
And it's like,
then there you go.
Kind of quiet here, building up. It's like, man, just let it happen, So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It would be okay to, at least for one night, to drop the act and just get serious about what's happening. That's what Cody did. That's how I feel like what Cody did on Monday. He dropped the act for a minute and just got personal and dead serious about what he said. Like, I liked it. It was cool. It was a nice change. Doesn't need to happen every week, but every now and then, especially where we're heading to, like, we're getting to the final stretch here. It's time to get serious, because if you don't, you're gonna lose the match, and then you're gonna lose your title the next night. That's that's how I would play it. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. But I mean, these promos are riveting and they're entertaining, and I'm enjoying them. I'm sure we all are. And we'll see where it goes. So let's get into some of the things that happened on SmackDown and Raw that pertain to a couple of WrestleMania matches that we did get added to the card. Why are you yawning on my show? I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
Because you fucking skipped me, so that's okay. That's why I'm bored with this bullshit.
Take a fucking
Go ahead, keep
15-hour
going.
energy. You'll be good.
Bro, I don't know why I am fucking sleep. Why am I yawning?
Feel free to interject at any time. It's perfectly fine.
Every fucking
But,
10 minutes.
You ass? I think you guys are both assholes.
That's it. There he is. Okay, but this is where. But so
I need a 5-hour energy. Does anybody got one?
So on SmackDown, there was one match that was made official on the card, and it was what we expected last week, Tribal Cheese, when we talked about it. It is officially on the card now. It is LA Knight versus AJ Styles. That was announced on Friday, and that one is just looks like it's going to be a straight up one-on-one match. Once again, LA Knight's carrying the promos here for this whole entire thing. AJ just I don't understand, and I think that's another. I think that match on paper sounds great, but I need some fire. I need something between now and WrestleMania to make me really, 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 really care about that match and this
You
feud.
need to stop talking while you're. You need to stop talking but without moving your mouth.
Uh-oh. I think I'm gone.
Amateur.
Oh. I don't know what happened there. I took off for a minute, apparently. I was looking at the screen, and then I was like, oh, no. Like, I went dark.
Yeah, you've been voted off the island, sir.
Apparently. Take it over, Mr. Zero. Take it over, Tribal Cheese. I'll let you have this.
Okay, great. What my most exciting segment right now, AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Yeah. My gosh. I can't even tell you how I'm so not excited for this match. This is probably the least exciting match out of all the matches there for me. So, what's happening? What happened?
We're good. Keep talking.
Dude.
Why the hell were you looking at? Why are we getting behind the scenes? What's going on?
No.
Okay,
talk.
We're gonna cut that.
I'm gonna tell you. We can't. We're live. We're live, Jack. This is Monday Night Raw. We're doing it live. But anyways, AJ Styles is the corniest wrestler in the business. He is the corniest wrestler. This man still does not know how to cut a promo to save his life. So I don't blame LA Knight for the lack of like realness, right? You talk about bringing the heat. I don't think AJ Styles knows how to bring the heat. He just cannot cut a promo. He's always had this problem. He is phenomenal in the ring, but his promo work has always been garbage. It just has never been compelling. And now that he's in super serious mode, he's even more boring than he was before. So yeah, no, I don't really care to see that. It's probably going to be the worst match, I think. This is going to be the probably bathroom break. Nobody's going to care because there's absolutely nothing at stake for this match. So, there's not really too much to say about this one, right? I mean, what do we care about this one for, right? LA Knight, this is disservice to him. In my opinion, it's a disservice to LA Knight. I think that there should have been some more multi-matches, and LA Knight should have been in some of those. But yeah, I'm not excited for this match. I don't really care. I think it should be a Friday Night SmackDown match.
What you got, Mr. Zero?
Go ahead.
Guys, this is the problem with Friday Night SmackDown right now. The Rock's taking up all the time, or the Bloodline is taking up all the time from all the storylines. There's no push for Bayley and Io. You might get a little something, but like for weeks I was saying, what's going on with that storyline? Like Bayley won the Royal Rumble, and I haven't seen much, build up for that fight at WrestleMania. Then you got LA Knight and AJ Styles, which I called at Elimination Chamber that AJ was gonna get into the match and ruin it for LA Knight. It happened, and there's been little build up for that. You can't have great promos. That's why they're having LA Knight come out and cut these promos, because he's the better of the two. But they don't have a lot of time on the show to have a lot of back and forth promos and build up and I mean, if you look at the matches, they're kind of just throwaway matches too. You're not seeing any of the big names wrestling. You don't see AJ Styles wrestling. You don't see LA Knight wrestling. You see Randy Orton come out of nowhere and give KSI an RKO the other night. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just the Bloodline. I love what they're doing with the Bloodline, because it's making that match. I mean, it's gonna be 2 main events at WrestleMania, so you gotta build that up. True. But as far as the other matches that SmackDown has to offer, and all other great matches too. The Damage Control storyline is has been built up for I guess years already. You know what I mean? But you don't have the heat. You don't have the fire behind the storyline, because guess what? The Rock sits at a high place in the TKO board. So he does whatever he wants. And
okay. Okay, I mean that's a fair assessment. I'm not sure that's exactly the truth, but I will say this: you're right about something. The Rock has been taking up a lot of the promo time here and takes up a pretty good section of a 2-hour show. So then everybody else kind of has to hurry up and do their thing and get their stuff in. But as far as the LA Knight and AJ Styles match goes, I mean, I feel like it had the potential to be something really, really good. But where's AJ in all this? Where's AJ bringing anything to the table on this? And that's the sad part about it, because LA Knight is carrying this whole entire thing, and I am disappointed that this is where LA Knight gets his first WrestleMania match in his career. No doubt, because I will say this, at least it'll probably be a good match, because these are two guys that are professionals and they're really good at what they do, and AJ Styles is a good wrestler. So I have no doubt they'll probably have a good match with each other. Probably might surprise us and have a banger. But the promos and stuff haven't been. I mean, it's been all LA Knight and not very much from AJ. So I don't know. Maybe we see more over with The Rock not being on the show for the next couple of weeks. Maybe we see more out of AJ and LA Knight. I need something. I need some sustenance to this, because right now it's just, what is this? Yeah. What's this feud about?
That's the problem. That's the problem, Johnny T. No, what you said is the problem.
Say it. Yeah.
The problem is that there's no stakes for this match, right? Like, if this match was like, hey, you're going to be the next number one contender. So after WrestleMania, you're going to be the first in line to get the shot. Then, because AJ, and the problem with this match is it was a grudge match because AJ felt like his spot was taken and LA Knight stole it. So if they made it a number one contenders match, now we don't have a title, but we have stakes. The problem is there's no stakes. That's why we don't care. It's just a match. And that's really what the issue is, because if LA Knight wins this match, we know, absolutely sure, going into Monday night, he is the number one contender. He will get a shot at whoever has that title going forward. That's the problem that we're having here, is there's no stakes for this match. It absolutely does not matter at all.
Sure, that's a good way to look at it. I'll say too that it doesn't necessarily need to have a stake, like something on the line. But if it's not going to have a stake, right, it's got to have some kind of other reason for it. In other words, there's got to be some kind of buildup or some kind of like high super tension to get me to want to be like, oh shit, I just want to see this match because these two guys have been at it. The problem is that, like I said, the AJ Styles hasn't even really been on the show, and so you have LA Knight beating up TVs and stuff like that, trying to make a chicken salad out of chicken shit because the other part is not there. Like it would be different. Like let's just say LA Knight had some matches, right? And AJ Styles, for every one of those matches, he'd come in and just beat the shit out of LA Knight. Or LA Knight's walking around in the back, and here comes AJ Styles out of nowhere and just fucking kicks the shit out of him, right? Or hits him with something, like really, really tries to cost him his career because he's so pissed off about something. Beats him up in the parking lot. They have this huge, big parking lot brawl. Next thing you know, it's all pulled apart and whatnot. That's tension, right? That's building tension up to something that's going to culminate at WrestleMania. That's not what's happening here. We're just getting a promo from LA Knight and a promo from AJ from a screen, and that's it. So there's no build up, there's no stakes, there's no continue.
You can do both.
There's no continue.
Right?
There's no continue. Sure, you could, but I'm just saying if you're not,
can do one or the other.
I'm just saying if you're not gonna do, like if you're not gonna put something on the line like a number one contendership or something like
you
that,
gotta build it up.
or a hair versus hair match or something like that, right? If you're not gonna put a stipulation or a stake in there, then you gotta put something. You gotta make it.
It means cutting the hair, Daniel.
You gotta build it something else, you know.
cutting the hair off.
And that's not. I feel like that's not what's happening, and it kind of sucks because I don't know if this is not where I was hoping LA Knight would be at WrestleMania, but at least he's got a WrestleMania match, and we'll see how it goes. But that
leaves the company.
That was one of the matches, and so the other match that gets announced on Raw, and that is the one that we also anticipated based on what's been happening. The challenge was thrown out a week ago to Jimmy to accept this match, and that's happened, and we had the first face-to-face, the official face-to-face between the two guys, and you want my honest opinion, my friends?
Please do, because I think we're going to be on the same page.
I honestly think that we are, because I think the whole entire internet wrestling community is. This is another one where, on paper, it sounds awesome, but on screen, why do I care?
Well, I care. It's just the way it's being executed.
That's what I mean. Like, I should really, really care about this because it should be an awesome build, and it has everything there. All the elements are there, but they've just decided not to use them. So the promo has been weak, man. There's no sizzle to this steak on this one, other than the fact that they're just brother versus brother. And I like it. It's kind of funny because I don't know if they intentionally did this, but it just kind of happened that way. But the brother versus brother matches at WrestleMania have been 15 years apart. So 15 years ago we had Matt versus Jeff, and then 15 years prior to that we had Owen versus Brett. So to bring it kind of full circle with this, right? Think about those two matches, right? Think about the tension that Matt and Jeff had going into that match. If you don't remember, feel free to go back and watch the promos. I'm sure they're on YouTube or whatever, the build up for their match at WrestleMania 25. Me and you, Cheese, were there to watch that match live. Probably don't remember too much of it, but we were there live to watch that match. And that was one of those ones, like I said just a second ago. It didn't have a title match. It didn't have a title. It didn't have a stipulation like the winner doesn't get a title match or anything. It was literally just built on the story of those two brothers imploding and having the emotional drama and everything that built up to that match. Now, feel free to argue that that match was either good or bad. I don't know, whatever. But it still had a good build going into it. Same thing with Owen Allen, going way back with Owen and Brett. But I mean, geez, just go back and watch the stuff from those two guys, and you'll get easily invested in that too. But this one, like, oh man, another one. If they don't pick up the pace here in the next couple of weeks, it's probably still gonna be a good match. But the promos leading up are gonna be kind of weak. That's where I feel about it right now. I don't know, something's missing. Feel free to tell me, Trevor Cheese, what's missing from this? What am I missing? What are we missing here?
Man, I think maybe they just missed some opportunities to continue to build the story from the moment that Jay left SmackDown all the way through, I guess you can say Elimination Chamber and now Mania. What it feels like is they just threw it together at the last second. Like, I don't know if they were gonna plan on Jay going the Gunther route. And then that they said at the last second, fuck it, we just want to go back to the original idea, which is the Jay versus Jimmy idea. And I think that's what ended up happening, because it did feel like for a second they threw Jay in front of Gunther. And we all thought, okay, this is going to be the guy to take Gunther down. Now, I understand, Jimmy has cost Jay a bunch of issues. Or he's made him lose titles.
Sure.
And he's just screwed with him, I guess, here and there. We saw some electricity at the Royal Rumble too when they came in 1 and 2. I don't know what's missing. You would think that we would have enough. It's just that it hasn't been relevant and long enough. Now, I will say this: Jay is not very good at cutting promos, and Jimmy is, because I will say this: throughout the promo itself, first thing I heard from Jay was like, "I miss you," and all these other things, and I was like, "Wait, this doesn't make no sense." But Jimmy said, I was protecting you. You didn't see it. You can't see it. You can't see what I did for you. Everything you've done is because I got you here. You wanted out the bloodline. And guess what? Now you're out the bloodline. You're doing better than ever. So Jimmy actually made a compelling case, in my opinion. Like, he made a really compelling case of, like, the big brother that's watching out for him. But he told him, too, he goes, you think you were going to win titles without me? He's like, hell nah. You had the audacity to go win the tag team championship without me. And this is where it gets good, because it's got to be that brother angle. What you're talking about, Johnny T, before is that personal angle, right? It's got to be something that the crowd can really, really, like, feel with their hands, right? And when you have brothers, twins especially, you know how much they probably love each other and how much family turmoil is within this kind of stuff, right? But, I mean, Jay opens it up with, this is the match we've always wanted. Like, yeah, dude, we all freaking know that. We've seen the interview where this was your dream match. But, hey, man, like, stay in character. You're mad at the blood. They cost you a bunch of title shots, and you're mad at them.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell Jimmy you miss him. And I think he even said, Jimmy, come to this side or something like, step in the light side, and just take my hand or something. I'm like, what the fuck? You're making amends? Nah, bro. Like, you're not supposed to make amends right now.
Yeah.
You're supposed to knock the yeet out of his ass. What happened to that? Now you miss him. Okay, I get it. But I would say this: Jimmy made a better story. Of the two promos, I thought Jimmy's angle was more genuine, because he's been the despicable character that did all these things to his brother. But when you stop and think about it, he's kind of got some points in there, right? Mm-hmm. I did this all to protect you.
Yeah.
I did this all to make you better. And look at you now. Look at you. You're the main event. You're the best wrestler on Smack or Monday Night Raw. That was me. I got you out the bloodline. I did all these things. And I'm like, hey, he's got a good case here. I think it shows, I'm the sacrifice for you, so you could be great. But you don't see that. That's an interesting angle to me. It's more authentic.
Yeah.
I think authenticity is what you asked me what we're missing. We're missing some authenticity from this feud from Jey Uso.
Okay.
And his real feelings towards Jimmy.
That
I think that's what we're missing.
that is correct. I agree with you on that.
Authenticity.
Yes, exactly. Because in my eyes, before I bring you in here, Mister Zero, in my eyes, I feel like Jay should just be so furious and pissed off that Jimmy has been costing him an opportunity to advance his career, to move forward from everything that he left. Right? Jay left the bloodline, right? So that he could do something different, so that he could get away from the family, so that he could build something for himself. To build main event Jey Uso, the character. And now you're crying again, and now you're crying because you miss your brother. Like, you should be pissed off at him. He's costed you three championships. At that point, there is no more talking. Or if you're gonna talk, you're gonna talk. It took all the way into the end for him to say, for him to get a meme out and say, that he was gonna beat the yeet out his ass or whatever. And it took him long enough, but yeah, you're right. That's what it's missing. It's missing that authenticity from Jay to just be like, I'm pissed off. You're not my brother. You're my enemy. And I want to beat your ass at WrestleMania because you ain't going to cost me anything else from here on out. You might be my brother, but you ain't my family anymore, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's sustenance. That's heat. But I'm with you. I think Jimmy had the more compelling.
Yeah, make it personal.
Exactly.
Our mother would be mad at you.
Yeah.
Our mother would be disappointed at you. Hate you right now. Something like that. You don't. Personal.
You don't have to go. You don't have to go Nikki Bella style and tell Brie that she wish she would have died in the womb kind of stuff. But you don't have to go that route, because that's kind of a cheesy thing. But no, yeah, like, you should be pissed off. Jimmy's like just doing his thing and interfering and having fun with it. Jay's the one that should be really pissed off about what's going on because he can't. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what's crazy is, like, back when he left the bloodline, he cut a fire fucking promo. Jay did.
He did.
When he was like, I was trying to catch your ass. You thought I was trying to be him, but he's like, I've always been looking up to you because you're my big brother. You were the prom king. Mm-hmm. You were this and that. He goes, I've only ever been trying to keep up with you, and that's where it's authentic. That's what's missing. Is it? That will get people really invested in the story, but we didn't get that.
That's a feud.
That's what we're missing.
That's a feud. That's things to feud about. You're right. So,
like, I'm tired. I'm stepping out of your shadow.
Yeah. So, Mr. Zero, come in here and tell me what you think about this whole Jimmy and Jay thing. And I know you were pretty excited about this match potentially happening when we were all discussing it, but now we're here and this is what we're getting. So, what are your thoughts?
Let me tell you something. This match between Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso all became very confusing from the moment that Jimmy Uso wanted out of the bloodline. He started trying to convince Jay, hey, come on, Roman Reigns ain't treating us right. You know what I mean? He's disrespecting us, and it's wrong. So what does Jey Uso do? He says, you know what, you're my twin brother. I got your back. I'm out. I'm out, and I'm with you. They have a fire match against Roman Reigns. They super kick the hell out of him. And then there's this build-up between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, and it's like, and you're like, oh, okay. I can see this is for head of the table. Who's going to be the new head of the table? Is Jey Uso going to make the bloodline right again? And what happens? He gets a close 3 count, and it's broken up because Jimmy Uso ruins it for him. Not Solo Sikoa, not Paul Heyman or anybody else getting into it. It's his own brother, Jimmy Uso. And what happens? A week later, he's back in the bloodline. So it's like, this whole story kind of took a weird turn right around that time. And then so now Jey Uso is the black sheep of the family. He's the guy that left the bloodline. No, he didn't leave the bloodline. He was convinced to leave by his brother, and then his brother's like, oh, I'm just kidding, Roman Reigns. I'm just kidding. You know. So I mean, so the whole build up for this storyline could have been great. You know, they could have left the bloodline together, been feuding, and everybody's chanting main event Jey Uso, whatever, while they're still a tag team, and Jimmy don't like it. So what does Jimmy do? Then Jimmy turns on him. It could have been like that, but you know, it's just completely weird. You know, Jimmy gets him to leave the bloodline, then Jimmy, you know, costs him the title, and he says, "Well, I didn't want you to become like Roman Reigns." It's like that probably wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? He's gonna be the tribal chief and make things right. You know what I mean? Y'all left because y'all are feeling disrespected. Why is he gonna go and be like, you know what? I'm the tribal chief. I'm gonna disrespect you the way, you know,
Sure.
because we liked being disrespected like that. So I mean, this whole match has been built up kind of weird, and yeah, Jimmy Uso's been screwing Jay ever since. But I mean, I'm still looking forward to the match. Hopefully, these next couple weeks they can build it back up. This is the problem with brand splitting especially when you don't get the superstars every week to throw in those little bits of extra sauce to build up the promos, to build up the rivalries, to build up the match to WrestleMania.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean,
Dude, this dude's eating a freaking tuna sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly, bro.
Oh man, you gotta get your sustenance in, man. Wherever
Only
you
on the live stream,
wherever
baby.
you can get it, man. So during that whole that's a brotherly that's a brotherly promo right there. Y'all could make something out of that, you know, Mr. Zero. He's eating peanut butter during your promo. What do you got to say about that?
In case that nobody knows, I'm big brother. He's little brother. I did it for you.
Take it out of here.
I did it for you. I did it to save you.
You could do
it to save you. This is Mr. Zero.
You could do your peanut butter jelly time somewhere else.
Yeah, you peanut butter bitch.
But yes, I just feel like I don't think Jimmy's doing anything wrong here. I think Jay is the one that's needs to step up a little bit here. Make it more personal. Keep it personal. That's what it is. That's what this is about. It's about personal stuff, right? About family stuff. You're mad. You're pissed off. Tell me why. Tell it to his face. Don't cry about it. Go with it. This has the potential to be a banger of a match because these guys don't. As a tag team, they were always really, really good together. They always had really, really good matches. So, but I don't know. I have a feeling that a lot of these matches, I'm kind of with you, Mr. Zero. It's gonna be we're gonna be relying on just the matches ending up being really, really good, with the promos being subpar to good going into WrestleMania. We still got time, but so far, we're kind of headed in that direction here a little bit. So hopefully not. Couple more recaps on potential matches at WrestleMania. We did get a couple of entries into the tag team ladder match on Raw. I think we had 3 teams qualify. We had DIY, we had the Awesome Truth, which was a really funny ending to that one because he kind of just hit his way into a win.
Like always.
And then we had New Day.
He got knocked out into a win.
He got knocked out into a win. That was hilarious. And then we got New Day, right? New Day did win their match. So those 3 teams are in. On SmackDown, they were having a little bit of a tournament, I believe, right, to determine the two teams that are going to be on that. Are 2 teams or 1? Because how many teams we're having? We're having 6 teams, right? So far, yeah. Because it's a 6 team, so only 1 team gets to go. So on Friday, this upcoming Friday, we got New Catch Republic, right? That's their name, right? Did I get that right?
New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic. Yep. And then who's
they're catching, not pitching.
Jeez. And then the other team that's in this tournament is going to be determined on Friday, or I may have missed that. Who's the other team that's vying for a chance to get on the SmackDown side into that match? Uh-oh.
Have they announced it?
Are we all drawing blanks on that? I know for sure that New Catch Republic is advanced because they beat Pretty Deadly last week. I don't know if they announced who is a part of the qualifiers this week for them. And then I think next week.
The Profits.
Oh, is it the Profits?
The Street Profits? No.
I don't know.
I don't even know if they were in.
Are they still feuding with the?
Yeah, they're still feuding with the New Testament. Or the New Testament. the Last Testament. I think that's the New Testament, not the Bible.
Wow. Wow, Johnny T.
I didn't mean to. I mean, but yeah. So I'll have to kind of look at the card and see where we're going at. But there's one spot left, and it's gonna come from the SmackDown side. So we got four Raw. Well, no, actually, we should have two more teams because that's 4 Raw teams. That's 3 Raw teams plus the champs. Then we need 2 more teams, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm kind of lost on the SmackDown side of the tag team scene a little bit, so I guess we'll find out who they throw out there. This Friday we got who do we got? We got Rey Mysterio versus Santos, I think, again. So I don't know where those groups fall into the WrestleMania card, but am I missing any other additions on the WrestleMania card other than those 2 matches and then the adding on to the tournament at all? I don't think so, right?
No, but I'm still hoping that the Rhea Ripley match will be
Okay. Let's go on that for just a minute. I think it's disappointing that it sounds like that one is gonna stay singles, and it sounds like the Intercontinental is also gonna stay as singles. That's disappointing. Oh, that's the other match that I'm forgetting. Or did that happen last week? I'm so lost. The United States title match was announced last Friday, right? Or was that the week before?
Last Friday, yeah. The United States was announced, and then Gunther got his opponent. The contract signing was this week too.
Yeah. So then that's another match that got added. Was a triple threat for the United States title. So Randy Orton versus Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. Anybody want to touch on that one and how they feel about that one?
Yeah, and go watch the
reel.
Oh my God! And go watch the reel and comment how you think the match is gonna end.
Good segue. I like it. Promotion, inter-promotion to the channel. Thank you, Mr. Zero.
Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I think they're in there, right?
Oh, jeez, that's right.
Down Under.
A-Town Down Under.
Down Under.
That's right. They're in this tournament. They're in this tournament too. That's right.
Now, to answer your question though, poor Logan Paul. My goodness gracious, my dude. That man got literally the short end of the stick and literally the worst. Like I don't think nobody got a worse draw than he did, because he didn't get just 2 opponents, but he got 2 that hate him really bad. So, it's not good for Logan, man, at all. I mean, no. Here's the funny thing: I think Logan's gonna win, but it's one of those things that is like, when you talk about why, right? Like, yeah, we get it, Randy. Randy's gonna demand that spot, but why Kevin Owens when Logan just beat him? So,
no, keep going. You're good. Keep going.
Yeah. Why Kevin Owens? I don't know if anybody
You're good.
thinks. I mean, I guess it's gonna be a wonderful match, but what has he done? Because according to Johnny T, you gotta earn your matches. You gotta earn your way into matches. So, I mean, there's a reason why we're not seeing Nia Jax and Liv Morgan in any of those matches. So what the hell did Kevin Owens do to get in this match? Other than just provide some backup here and there and, give people stunners and shit. I don't understand what he did to get him. Yeah, but wait, what?
I don't think Logan Paul's beat him.
Well, he I know he won, so yeah. I mean, you can call it what you want, but Kevin Owens hasn't really won.
It was a disqualification win for Logan because the ref saw the knuckles or whatever. But either way, I see where you're going. I like the direction you're going with it. That yeah.
And if that's the case, what has Randy Orton done? I mean, outside of the fact that he's an amazing superstar, he literally feuded with Logan 1 week, which was Elimination Chamber week, and that was it. He was in. He got his shot. So it was like,
That's been built because Logan cost Randy the Elimination Chamber match.
sure, but
Sure.
that's my point. It was a 1 week type of thing, right? It was like he had no build up. He just got into that match. But yeah, he cost him the Elimination Chamber match. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a fantastic match. However, I do think that Logan Paul is gonna win, and I think he got the short end of the stick for sure. That was his reaction said it all, right?
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about where it comes to like multi-people matches. That's one of them right there. That was one that I was maybe hoping for some different players in that one, but oh well, it is what it is. But as far as the Intercontinental one goes, and the women and the Raw, the women's world champ, as much as I think we would like those to involve more people, it doesn't look like it is.
Nope.
I did like the exchange between not Gunther, excuse me, between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, but I don't think that's going to lead to anything. I think that's just you know, between those two guys, or you know what I mean. Like I think that was just an exchange between those two guys and whatnot. I don't think that's going to mean anything for Chad Gable. Same thing
Gonna lead
going.
to Sami Zayn being the leader of Alpha Academy.
And then on the women's side, I mean, Liv Morgan still gets put on the screen during these segments or whatever, and then of course Nia Jax gets into that match. What's that? Well, I think we touched on that just a tiny bit. That match was actually pretty fun. It was a cool main event on Raw. That last woman standing match had a couple of good high spots. I enjoyed seeing the manhandle slam into the table. That table just got obliterated, and then to see Nia take a leg drop, take a deadpan leg drop into the announcer's table was great too. But I mean, then you get the stare down between her and between Becky and Rhea, and no interjection from Liv Morgan other than what she said, other than that little small, backstage segment or whatever. So I think we are headed to singles matches on both of those sides, and it's unfortunate, like we said, because Nia had a good run, Liv's been on fire, but I guess they're just gonna get thrown into a battle royal or something. Who knows? But based on the rumors from what I'm hearing, it sounds like they want to do 14 total matches. They want to do 7 night 1 and 7 night 2. As it stands right now, I think based on our count last week that that was with our predictions that some of them have already come true. I think we were at 12, and I think that's where we still stand today. I think we still stand at 12, right? What you got? Do you got the notes, Tribal, on that?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so here's the problem. We had 11. We only had 11.
Okay.
Do you think we're
But
gonna
the
have
problem
Vicky
is
Guerrero
now.
and Candice LeRae?
No.
No.
The problem is one of those matches is now up in the air because Asuka's hurt, and so the tag team titles might not get defended
Man, that's
at all.
right.
From what we understand, they haven't been built up. They haven't had an opponent selected for them. So that was the 11th match that we had. So now that's an interesting wrinkle, and that's an opportunity for somebody else to step in if Asuka can't go.
That's correct. You're right about that, because as far as I know, as of right now, there's no official word on what the extent of Asuka's injury is. I just know that they held her out of live events. This past weekend.
That's not that big of a problem as far as the tag teams go, because they can do what the New Day did when they were the title holders, when they would just switch between Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. You know what I mean? So they could just throw Dakota Kai. Now that she's healthy, they could throw Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and they're gonna get their ass kicked by whoever.
That's a real shame.
That's so weird.
That's a real shame because that group has been, plagued with injuries over the past year because with Dakota Kai having the messed up ACL. They haven't been a whole, and then of course they split up. They knock out one of the members. They add one, and now just as when they all got healthy again, here we go. Where now hopefully maybe it's just a sprain. Maybe she just sprained her ankle or something, and maybe she'll be fine. But they haven't said anything, so we know how that goes from time to time. Usually when they don't say something, it's because they're evaluating and they're taking a look at things.
And just to point out, I believe it's the Kabuki Warriors that are the tag champs, not Damage Control.
That's correct.
So I don't think Dakota can fill in. She's not a Kabuki Warrior.
That's correct. I mean, I don't know. They could do something there, but I don't even.
She's an honorary Kabuki Warrior.
I don't even think the titles were gonna be on the line, anyways. I think where we were headed. I think me and you, Cheese, talked about that last week. I think we were headed towards a 6-woman tag match with the Damage members that are not in the main event of Damage Control versus a combination of Bianca Belair, Naomi, and maybe Jade Cargill. In a 3 versus 3, but on SmackDown, there was no sign of Bianca Belair in the beatdown segment to end that the end of the show. So
yeah, because there was no Asuka.
No, there was Asuka. That's where she got hurt. She got hurt during that that beatdown. She was like noticeably limping like pretty bad, dude. I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But hopefully not. But either way, like Bianca Belair did not come out to make the save at all. She just stayed in the back. So that's an interesting wrinkle. But I don't know. But you're right. Now that whole entire thing is up in the air depending on what happens.
That prediction.
With depending on what happens with Asuka. I hope she's okay. Wish her. Well, all of us here wish her the best recovery, whatever it is she's going through. Hopefully she can make it to WrestleMania and do something there. Mr. Zero. You mentioned something that I wanted to get into for just a second too, but go ahead and take. I'll let you take the keys on this one. What do you think about Candice LeRae's change?
Next.
I mean, it's a nice turn. I wasn't really a fan of her and Indy Hartwell as a tag team anyway, so. I mean, hopefully she's got some skills. She learned some moves from her husband, Johnny G, not Johnny T. But hopefully she's learned something and she can bring something different to the women's to the women's side. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I was just asking because I mean, if it's gonna be on there, it'd probably be what is it? The before the show, the kickoff match. You know what I mean? If it's on there.
Okay. But, as far as her having involvement in WrestleMania, the only way that it would happen is if they were. What happened? Are we good? Are we okay? Is everyone alive? Are we about to get?
Somebody woke up my little companion over here.
Oh, your sex robot woke up. I got you. It's asking. It's that time. Anyway.
Come here, baby girl.
You're late for your 10:00 cleanup.
You woke up my dot.
Okay.
Was that at GBT?
But if she is gonna be involved in anything in WrestleMania, it'll be like a battle royal or something like that. I think. That's the only way I see Candice LeRae being a part of anything there. As far as her character shift, I'm for it. I like to see where they're gonna go with it. She kicked the shit out of the Party Girls. That was kind of a neat little combo to end that.
She's a better heel than Addie.
She is way better. I don't know what I keep saying to trigger your Echo Dot on, but it came on again.
You keep talking about Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae.
Don't like it.
Candice LeRae.
KK.
Is it like Candice LeRae? Like is it like Beetlejuice like 3 times? Like Candice LeRae, Candice LeRae, Candice LeRae.
Yeah, man, that's what happens. I had to unplug her.
Oh, okay. You're unplugged already. I was like...
she said she don't like that bitch.
Oh man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I like the change. I do like the change. I think it's cool. I think I would like for her to get rid of her costume to match her character. If she's gonna be taking people, blowing people's kneecaps out, you can't be doing it with no pixie costume coming with little bitty pixie wings in the back. She needs to change her character. If she's gonna do that, she needs to do a full heel turn, a costume and everything. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I think it's got to come as a full package. So, but
rebrand.
The women's division needs more heels and more like not chicken shit ones, but like credible, like tough heels. I know she's real small and it's be kind of hard to take her seriously, but did you see the way Indy Hartwell looked at her? Like, holy shit, like what the hell? This girl's crazy. That's what I want to see. More heels like that. I think it's needed. I think it's good. But let's see what they do with it. Let's see where they go with it and whatnot. I don't know if they bring in Maxine again into this or whatever, but either way, good change on there. But we're not gonna get too far into that. So
we won't talk about Maxine. We love you.
not today. We'll save that for another time. But let's get into our new segment, guys, that we're debuting here on the Springboard Plancha podcast. It's a new segment called "What the Hell." That's what we're gonna call it, where we take things that we saw through the last week, anything that made us go "What the hell," and just elaborate on it a little bit. I'll go first to kind of take the lead so that you guys can kind of see where the segment is going. First of all, I'm gonna say, "What the hell, WWE? Why did you change the Creed Brothers music? It is fucking terrible."
Oh man.
If you haven't had a chance to listen to the Creed Brothers' new music, it is god awful. It is like.
Is it really?
It is bad. It's like if you just took like a stock, like a random fucking stock thing off of Chat GPT and turned it into music and said, "This is the Creed Brothers' new music now. Here you go." It makes no sense. It doesn't sound good, and that just goes for like a lot of Death Rebel stuff. It's like hit or miss, and this is definitely a miss because the presentation they had before was fine. I was actually really cool with it, but they changed their entire presentation. So what the hell? That's what I'll say. I'll say what the hell there. My second what the hell is what the hell WWE. Why is LA Knight not going for a title this year at WrestleMania? Why did you put him in this predicament? LA Knight has been so good over the past year. He was the most what was he? The most improved wrestler from PWI's most improved wrestler of 2023. Built himself all the way up for what? To just get a random one-on-one match at WrestleMania against AJ Styles with no sustenance to it at all. What the hell, WWE? Why did you do that to my boy? And one more. What the hell, WWE? Why are you booking Naomi like this? Why did you bring her back to book her to immediately get the shit beat out of her as soon as she comes out and tries to save the day? She didn't even get a hit in last night on the other night on Friday where she just got her ass beat and then just laid there. Hasn't won a match since she came back. What the hell, WWE? Why have you done that to my Naomi?
All right, I got it.
So let's go, Tribal Cheese, bring it.
All right. What the hell, WWE? How the hell does Liv Morgan not have a damn match booked for WrestleMania whatsoever?
There we go.
She's probably the top 3-4 women in the entire business, and she doesn't have a match booked for WrestleMania. Right? We could probably add a few more names to that, right? What the hell, WWE? Where's Bianca Belair fit in all of this? She has no match, and you haven't built her up whatsoever. Right? So what the hell is happening here with the women's division? We don't even have a tag team match now either because of, Asuka probably getting hurt. So what the hell is happening to the women's division? I had a question for WWE. What the hell is The Rock? Is he a heel? Is he a face? Does he just decide whenever he feels like doing either? You guys give him the autonomy to just change from face to heel any given moment? What the hell is happening here, right? And what the hell, WWE? what the hell are you doing with the tribal chief right now? You're not letting him come out and cut promos. You have him sitting there looking like a jackass for 18 minutes while The Rock talks his ass off. And then you have the audacity to make the Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, finish The Rock's slogan. What the bloodline is cooking. Bro, Roman, you better never say that shit ever again. That's not what you say. What the hell, WWE? What are you having them do? Terrible decisions.
Mr. Zero, what the hell?
Freaking, well, the Tribal Chiefs kind of stole mine, but what the hell, WWE? What the hell are we doing with Rhea Ripley and her title belt? We don't want to see Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. We wanted to see a fatal four-way between the four biggest women on Raw right now. And then this week too, what the hell Raw? What the hell Monday Night Raw? Where was Chelsea? Where was Chelsea Green? You know,
Amen to that, man.
We need the
Amen
fire.
to that, baby.
We need the fire. We need the fire. And then my last one, let's see. What the hell, WWE? We don't want to see just Cody and Roman. We want to see Cody with his pack of wolves. We want to see Roman with the full bloodline. We want to see what we're gonna be getting into. We want to see a sneak peek of what WrestleMania is going to look like.
And that, my friends, is what the hell. Woo! It's an opportunity for us to just let it all out, what we feel. And that's what we're going to try to do every week on this show. I like it.
What, JT? I got one more.
Oh, here we go. And you know what, guys? I thank you so much for
Mysterio's push.
Oh, man. Well, he just got married, right? I mean, but he got beat too. That was the thing. What the hell, WWE? What are you doing with Jade Cargill?
What the hell, WWE? Why the hell is Sami Zayn going against Gunther? And you're leaving Chad Gable and Ricochet and all these other people off. What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell? Where's my Meat Mania match?
Yes, where's the Meat Mania match?
Please give us the Meat Mania match, man. We need it. We need it. Oh, that was good stuff, guys.
Needs to be on that ticket.
But that segment was called What the Hell? It's sponsored by
You're welcome.
nobody right now. But if you want to become a sponsor of the What the Hell segment, hit us up.
Can't afford us.
I like money. Oh, hey, let's not get too crazy. I like money. We like money.
We're the best in the world, baby.
Money talks. But say again.
I said, come on, $7 Productions.
Give us some money, Rock. I tried to see if we could get Dave LaGreco's attention there and bust it open, but haven't heard anything back. So, oh well. But if he's watching, or if you're all watching, I mean, please, we're Cody Crybabies
He's
too.
still in his mama's basement crying
with his pink bathrobe, his wife's bathrobe. It's all good.
This little snuggie.
It's all good. It's all good. But if you guys like the What the Hell segment, feel free to let us know in the comments, and we'll keep. I mean, I want to keep rolling with it because it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that.
And if you don't like it, it doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter what you like. Actually, it kind of does. But we are here for the consumer. So feel free in the comments to let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about something specific, feel free to let us know. As long as it's wrestling related, I'm not going to sit here and talk about how to make
the tribal chief's ass.
How to make a chicken cordon bleu or anything like that. Maybe we can do another channel for that. But, if it's wrestling related, feel free to let us know in the comments. Remember, also, if you haven't already, and I don't know why y'all haven't, please remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification. If you click the bell notification, as soon as we go live for any of these shows, you'll get the bell right away. And all you got to do is just click on your little phone gimmick there, and it opens up the YouTube app. And whether or not you want to sit here and interact with us or just sit there and leave your phone out, that would actually be very helpful. It doesn't matter. Hopefully you watch. Hopefully you comment with us. Hopefully you interact. But if not, just open up your phone, put it on the table, go back to twiddling with your whatevers and whatnot, and just let us roll. Just let us roll. Turn us on and leave us on. That's the way I feel.
No. What the hell are you talking about? If you're going to put us on, you're going to listen to us. You're going to sit down. You're going to enjoy everything we have to say. Because we're not taking, so you can just play it in the background. We're saying it so you can sit down, shut up, and listen.
That's That's right. He's
All
right.
right, that's correct. I mean,
gonna like it,
that's
too.
one way. That's one way. Yeah, you're gonna one way or another. One way or another, we're gonna make y'all like us. One way or another, you will fall in line. That's
We'll
what
grow on
happens
you.
here,
We'll
right?
grow on you.
Because you're either
We're
with
like a
us,
pimple you can't get rid
you're
of.
either with
baby.
us or you're against us, right? That's how. Isn't that one of the sayings? Isn't that one of the sayings as
If
well?
you smell what the SPP is cooking.
That just sounds. I don't know how that sounds. I like it.
Well, it was your fucking name. It was your idea.
Well, I mean, I like the way you ruin with that. With the if you smell what the SPP is cooking, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that. That sounds kind of good.
The smelly pee was cooking.
Oh man,
Why did we even abbreviate this name? Why did we acronym it?
we were rolling, man. We were we were rolling until that.
Hey, if they can say LDS, we can say smelly. Let's go, baby.
Smelly
What the
pee-pee.
hell?
Smelly pee-pee. Yeah. I mean that still fits. The algorithm won't catch that.
Smelly plancha podcast.
We'll be just fine. Yeah, it can mean many different things. You know, it doesn't
Smelly
necessarily
plancha
need
podcast.
to mean that.
Silly
Oh
plancha
my
podcast.
goodness. Jeez. So before we take off here, I did want to say that I have been playing WWE 2K24. It's the first WWE video game that I've played since probably WWE 2K14. I started playing it because I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. And I've been playing it a little bit, and it's actually really fucking fun. So I think what I'm gonna do here pretty soon is I might record some gameplay, put it on the channel. That's gonna be kind of a way to I'm gonna have to figure that one out because there's only certain things you have to like make it to where I don't want to get flagged or anything, but I'd like to show y'all what that game kind of looks like a little bit. And I think one of the things that we are going to want to do on this channel, we're going to work it out together here between me, Tribal Cheese, and Zero. But I think we're going to try to do a My GM mode playthrough with all three of us, as we all will take on a brand of our own, and try to see who is the best booker in the video game. I'm just going to say it's probably going to be me, but we're going to let the video game test that out. But hopefully here pretty soon we'll get that rolling. Don't know exactly when we'll get that rolling, but hopefully here pretty soon. But that's just one of the things we want to bring to the table here, because that game is actually really, really fun. And if you guys haven't had a chance to try it, I'm talking to you, Cheese, and Zero, you probably should, because it's actually a really fucking fun game. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the My GM stuff rolling here pretty soon, and then we can drop that on the channel as well. And then, is there anything else anybody wants to say before we peace out of here tonight? Because I'm ready to go eat. Yeet!
No yeet.
Ha! What about you, Mr. Zero? Well, we're all out of time, guys. Sorry, not enough time for Mr. Zero to say goodbye. Welcome back to the show, man, one more time. Thanks for coming on, even though you didn't let us know you were coming on beforehand, but thanks for coming anyways, man. Always appreciate it.
My schedule was never known. When I choose to appear, it is the gift of Mr. Zero.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, we were blessed with the gift of Mr. Zero tonight. Hopefully we'll be blessed yet again. If not, we'll continue to do this again. But guys, until then, that's been Mr. Zero. That's been the Tribal Cheese. I am Johnny T, and we will see you guys next time. And we are still on live. How are we